Warning! This video contains my opinions. You have been warned. So, now that I've reviewed Scoob, that awful theatrical, well, not theatrical, but that awful film, now I'm here to review Happy Halloween Scooby-Doo. So when the trailer for this came out, I was super excited because it was a hand-drawn Scooby film in the 2010 style, so that seemed like it was continue the 2010s films. And Frank Welker as Scooby and Fred, Greg Griffin as Daphne, Matthew Lillard as Shaggy, Kate Micucci as Velma, and it looked epic. It looked like a really good movie. Now, this one has, and it is. Like I said, the voice cast is perfect. This is what they need to do, is cast these actors who are really good in the roles. Like Frank Welker, Greg Griffin, Kate Micucci, and Matthew Lillard. And now we do have celebrity guest stars in this. We have the Scarecrow from Batman. We have Elvira and Bill Nye. And this movie was quite good. So let's get into it. So, the plot of the movie is that the Scarecrow is terrorizing a Halloween parade, and the gang are trying to trap him, and then they do, and then the Scarecrow is taken away, but then there's someone else. And then toxic waste and fear gas leak into a pumpkin patch, so the pumpkins come to life and start eating people and turning into them, and it actually has this dark feel to it, at least for me, sort of reminiscent of Zombie Island. Nowhere near as dark as Zombie Island. I just want to make that clear. Nowhere near, but it was sort of reminiscent of that, at least in my eyes. And then so they run from these pumpkins, and with a man and his daughter, Bill Nye as a hologram, Elvira, and the Scarecrow in a police, like he's captured. And this movie was really great. It was quite funny. It was quite great. And the Scarecrow was quite the villain. And then, now, I thought when I saw the trailer that this was just a Scooby-Doo movie with celebrity guests, like WrestleMania Mystery, WWE Curse of the Speed Demon, Kiss Rock and Roll Mystery, Batman the Brave and the Bold, and more. But no, this is actually a conclusion to the story arc we had with Return to Zombie Island and Curse of the 13th Ghost. And it's funny, I didn't recognize Mr. Gar Sheriff because I have autism and I'm not good at recognizing faces, and I honestly didn't recognize him, and I thought it was a new sheriff, just sounding very like the one before. But no, it's Mr. Gar Sheriff. He's back. And yes, it wraps up now this video will have no spoilers, but it does wrap up the story. But one thing that's strange is that at the end of Return to Zombie Island, they say they're gonna get the mystery machine back, and that's what they have to do, but then right at the beginning it's there. So strange. And then they're not even driving it for most of the movie, because Bill Nye gives the gang a van that has him as a hologram, and that can do some funny moments. Speaking of funny moments, the beginning is the funniest part. So Scooby and Shaggy don't want to be bait to catch the Scarecrow, and then they just eat their Halloween candy in the mystery machine, and then chaos ensues and terror. The Scarecrow terrorizes everyone, and then it's super funny. He's dropping bombs, and Scooby and Shaggy just turn up the music and eat their candy. They just don't care. And then the credits roll, and you see, and it's sort of like an opening to a sitcom, because it will say the actor's name was the character they play. Like, it will say Frank Welker, and you'll see Scooby eating candy and Fred out the window of the mystery machine, and it will say Greg Griffin, and Daphne will be out the window, and then it will say Matthew Lillard, and it will show Shaggy, and then it will say Kate Micucci, and you'll see Velma being chased by the Scarecrow, and then it will say Elvira, and you'll see a poster of Elvira in the van, and then it will say Bill Nye, but he hadn't come into the movie yet. And then it'll have a close-up of the Scarecrow, and it will say the actor who plays the Scarecrow, who I do not know how to pronounce his name, sorry. But he's really good in this. And same with Frank Welker, Greg Griffin, Matthew Lillard, Kate Micucci. Also, Roger Craig Smith and Fred Tatasciore are in this as a few different characters, so that's a cool. And Elvira's really great, Bill Nye, the whole cast. It was quite a good film. But it is a sequel to Return to Zombie Island and 13's Ghost. And how would I rank it? Well, it's not as good as 13's Ghost, but it's not as bad as Return to Zombie Island. I'd give it an 8 out of 10. Thanks for watching.